What's going on?
Well, I'm gonna do an arena, but first, before that, I always do a whatever game just for
Get people to pile in.
right.
1999.
Yeah, 1999. Let's
What does
go.
that mean?
Well, it's the same reason that mage deck was called Purple Rain. You'll see at the beginning of the game. It'll be quite obvious.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll show off 1999, which
Is Pokemon 2000 in your deck?
no,
That came out in 1999, I
1999.
think, actually.
Uh,
Ghoul is hard to say if you want to keep it or not, but the Axe defo.
yeah, Axe is like 100%. Okay, and then
Ice.
here's the reason it's 1999.
Yeah, Malkazar comes in.
Sure, whatever. So yeah, this is a attempt at a very controlling warrior.
I feel as though don't know what kind of matchup this is. Depends if this is the exact priest deck we know it is.
Right, like
A 3 mana 4/3 becomes a 2 mana 4/7, that sort of thing.
yeah, which I'm okay with. I can deal with that. Just classes, Vpriz. I don't think they're going to do anything with neutrals, especially not immediately. And there's that thing. Do they have the?
They're
Oh,
gonna,
uh,
yeah,
okay.
cycle the coin. I mean, you can just kill it if that's something you want to do.
Yeah.
Well, it's already damaged, I guess is the one thing.
Well, so okay. There's a question you have to ask yourself pretty early in a game playing as warrior, and that is, are you playing to beat your opponent, or are you playing to beat every single card they ever create?
Hmm.
And on the second one, you have to like time your executes very wisely, or else you just get crushed. I'm gonna go ahead and play Elise here. Can't trade with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely arena stuff, and we'll yatter about that when we're in the arena more.
Because I have not heard of any of these,
Oh
so
boy,
now.
they effectively announced the easiest way to put it is they're banning 45 cards out of the arena.
I sounds great to me. Oh, choices, choices.
Yeah, like I can axe or I can use body. I can like slam that and then bump it, and that seems okay.
Yeah, you can wrath his board.
Yeah. Okay.
Then block here, I guess.
Nah. Maximize armor usage of the hero power. It's not like I'm a. It's not. If I were against an aggro deck, that'd be an auto block, but I'm not.
I was expecting that to be the bishop.
Yeah, same here. That's really good that wasn't the bishop. How do I want to take that out?
You can bash X and then do the coin. You can do the map, or you can Tauren map. Use both creatures.
Let's map first, because that's a card draw. Okay, definitely feeling like the both creatures and like play
Yeah,
Tauren.
that seems fine.
Very glad that my opponent has yet to do the Resurrection Chain.
Here's to hoping they actually rip the shade. Although that's a 1 in 3 at this point.
Yeah. And from this point on... Oh! Well, that's fine. Oh, okay, there's the other power word shield. Sure, whatever. Nah, let's... So shield block first. Hey, Yogg. Yogg is an actual inclusion in this deck.
Very odd.
Well, the deck is really...
Very spell heavy.
Yeah.
I know, we all know how I feel about Yogg Saron. Hope's End. It's right there in the name.
Mm-hmm. How's that Taran guy in Constructed? You feel bad that it's not Sludge Belcher. Basically, every time you play it, you wish it was Sludge Belcher, but it can't be Sludge Belcher, so you have to play it. Is my opponent gonna... Okay, here we go. 2 mana. Nice.
Hey, and then play the Bishop. I wonder what warrior cards they have. Up.
They got Bran out of... Oh, boy.
Sarge, you say.
I think I'm gonna revenge sweep here. Yeah. So the Bran is not, is obviously not a, I can't show Melkazar, but, you know.
Yeah.
I get to make Shade worse, because, yeah, let's just draw Cthulhu and we're in this.
I mean, we could. Okay.
Alright,
Yeah, creature we have to kill.
yeah. Yeah, asking the obvious question, and asked and answered, really. That's the reason we hold on to things like Execute. Okay, so given nothing's going on, I want to play Yasarj. Especially because Zoth right now only has, like, a single thing to grab back. It's one...
Yogg should be pretty juicy.
Okay, so that's... Alright. Whatever. Ravaging Ghoul. Oh, no!
Rip.
So, anyway, created by Prince Malkazar. Ugh! Yasarj, you're killing me. Literally.
Sarge made your deck worse.
Yeah, the loss of upgraded hero power is a pretty large one. Okay. Like, Shield Slam's a lot worse now.
Uh-huh. Brawl, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yogg Saron would be the spicy choice. That would lose you the game.
Yogg is... The thing with Yogg is that you always, always, always wait until the last possible moment. Like, always wait until the last possible moment with it. If you pull the trigger any earlier, you're gonna be sad.
How many cards does our opponent in hand?
9.
Okay, this prevents this. This makes them overdraw.
That's why I'm doing it. Okay. Want to get the Cairn down. Hope they're not at, hope they don't have Entomb 2. Really?
That's funny as hell.
You just... Alright.
He stole your monkey.
I guess this is where we're at now. Our opponents just decided they're going to be the Hyper Legend. Oh, boy. It's a little strong, I think. This
That's
is
funny.
this is really funny. Like they pulled the monkey trigger that with 10 cards in hand, 12 in deck. So they have no removal anymore. They've dedicated themselves to the aggro, and
And
by
it
God, they're
feels it feels as though that is something they can definitely
do
do.
yeah
Grom.
nothing. Help my dumb ass.
Well, we can kill the monkey,
We can
and then
kill a confessor.
let's assume we're taking 11, 15. If we kill anything, we're taking 15 damage.
I know. I could Zoth to get back 2 copies of
Two taunters,
two
yeah.
taunters.
And Cairn, because we can kill Cairn here.
God, that would bring me to. That would be really bad.
But then they're seeing what's inside the squid.
What's alive? Believe that this attack is correct. Just believe it.
Yogg dies. Oh.
Oh. Please not the enemy minion. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Yogg. I'm glad that attack didn't just kill me. Because I had to pull
Same.
the trigger before it, happened. So I died to a Leroy, I died to Captain Green...
Die to Captain Yarge, you die to Alakir, you die to Grom.
Grom, I die to...
You do not die to Old Murkai, although that's not a card that can exist in Standard, actually.
No. I don't die to Cthulhu, likely. The missiles would have to be pretty heavy to kill me on a Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
King Crush, I don't die to Mind Blast. My opponent played the Gold Monkey. Okay, so the worst news about this is that, like, killing it might result in a board.
Well, you can't just play N'Zoth to get a bunch of taunt, and then just start going for our opponent's head.
2 taunters, they would have to have... Like, what are they going to do to silence past that?
Mm-hmm.
Screw this.
We have taunt and mini power.
You don't have interaction. You forgo.
Yeah, you have summoned the ape, and all of that, what the ape means.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, as you'll notice, powered by the mist. So our opponent would need way to kill 2 taunters.
Is Deathwing good enough here? I summon.
Not really, because for one, I kill it.
Yeah, for one we
for
kill
2,
it.
I have a
Also,
board.
Deathwing, the battle cry for Deathwing triggers first, so that we can just murder it. Yeah. It might have been worthwhile there to spend an ooze on that instead, just to be able to get Nefarian down, but
Nah.
would have been lethal for next turn.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
it's kind of lethal anyway. Anyway, if I would have killed that Deathwing, the other Deathwing would have came into play. Actually, what did this discard? It discarded...
This is the Ragnaros, Illidan,
Ragnaros.
Fisher, Fizzlebang. Okay.
So, the moment they played the Gold Monkey, we reacted with kind of awe at it, because you give up all your interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was fun.
We got out of that because of a beautiful Yogg.
That we
That
did.
Yogg did not. That Yogg did not kill itself. In fact, it gave itself power and toughness, and it killed all of our opponent's creatures. So yeah,
It
no, the
killed
monkey's
all but
monkey is
one.
not bad. The monkey is great
Yeah,
because the monkey lets you play a control deck with one card in it as your finisher.
right.
It lets you play 29 removal spells.
The trick is knowing when to monkey. All right, you have to know when to do it, or else you're because the moment you do it, you give up all of your interaction, and all you have left are finishers. So if
The point of monkey is when you have thrown your opponent completely into jail.
mm-hmm.
Because once your opponent has nothing left, then you crush them.
Okay,
Oh, we know what I like here.
I think I want to do that.
It's Shaman, by the way.
Yeah, definitely
So-
Shaman.
What sort of cards are they banning from the arena?
So, I'll go ahead and link this in the chat for those. Basically, they realized that people cared about the arena. It only took them 2 years, maybe 3, to figure this out. But there's a lot of these days. There's actually a lot of chatter about it, and effectively, with them actually choosing to not put Purify in the arena, they decided the arena changes aren't out already. They decided that they were going to make look at other cards and see what they can remove because it's actual useless. The patch is not out yet.
Some of these I don't completely agree with, like Snow Chugger.
Snow Chugger. Okay, so the idea here so the mage and rogue changes are removing good cards. The paladin basically they want paladin to be the baseline. Like they want everything to kind of be at that level, and then everything else they're removing the cards they see as the worst based on like heavy statistical analysis. They say based on like these are the cards that appear in losing decks. And removing them.
So Faceless Summoner definitely out because that's just too good. Dune Maul Shaman and Wind Speaker are odd removals from Shaman because I don't see those cards as being especially too powerful either way, or too powerful or too weak either way.
Right.
I think Dune Maul's a little weird. The Alchemist here. By the way,
they're not making
Vitality
changes
Totem is a
to.
card they're taking out.
They're not making changes to neutrals. That's not the point of this update. So, like, things like people saying Grimscale Oracle, Magma Rager, etc. Yeah, there's bad neutrals. That isn't the point of the update because changing neutrals is
They're taking Axflinger out, which is a card I'm glad I never liked Axflinger because I was right. Starving Buzzard, Call Pet, Timberwolf. Timberwolf's weird because sometimes Timberwolf gets the job done, but it requires like specifically one other card. Good. Really, Anomaly or Wind Fury?
Yeah, I'm thinking the Anomaly. Ooh, speaking of Anomaly, give me Crackle and I will be completely happy with my deck.
Crackle's good. But over 1,000 cards? I do not believe there be that many cards in Hearthstone yet.
Hearthstone's got a lot of cards. Rip Buzzard Dogs. When was the last time anybody actually did that?
Never. I think Spellbreaker is more irreplaceable than a 2-drop.
Yeah, especially this early. Especially if we're gonna get 2-drops like this. This is sweet.
Good. Stormforged Axe is still good in the arena.
Mm-hmm. Even like if you're not fighting against raptors or whatever, it gives you the ability to make trades up, much like a Dark Iron Dwarf does.
Buzzard Dogs was good when it was a 5-mana play.
Yeah.
Ooh, Prophet or a Bolt?
Think I still value the removal over the Prophet, though it's close, because Prophet is really strong on curve and even like past curve. Like sometimes you don't even play it on 3 because it's a better play on 5. That sort of
I think
thing.
we pick the Bolt, and if we get a Master of Evolution, we'll be wrong.
If we get a Master of Evolution, we'll still play it and be fine anyway, because we have a Yeti with upside, so...
Pompous Thespian is the height of playability.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
than Annoyatron,
We
I
have we,
think.
we have Annoyatron and then the skull of Annoyatron.
hmm They really like their Annoyatron. I don't get it. Uh, if we have
Two spells.
two spells. I guess we're either picking a poor spell or picking two things that want us to have spells.
Crap.
Like, having played with Wicked Witch Doctor and Constructed, it's a fun card. It's better than it. The ability on that is better than it looks. But
I'm fine with it not being any totem.
so, do you want a 1-drop or a mediocre 4-drop? I guess.
I think I'm okay with another one.
Let's go for it. We'll be on the coin all the time. This is
Well,
an easy pick.
yeah, I was gonna say card that doesn't do anything, card we can't actually make function, and one of the strongest force.
Especially in our class. We're like the class for it. Time to pick up a news.
Yeah, this could be easy. I was just checking for Zubat, and right now we're actually at nothing. You see these all the time now with so I don't know what it is, but like there's the offering bonus thing where like the newest set shows up more in the arena. It feels like somebody turned that dial to like 8 instead of like 3. Like it's kind of silly, like how many cards from the new expansion you get offered. I guess we're taking another Spellbreaker.
Yep, either that or like a Yormagundr just to have any top end. But instead we get a Fire Elemental.
Any number of fire elementals.
Any number. We want spells in our deck.
Yep.
And that's a good one to have.
Yeah, if we can just have like Bolt, Bolt, Crackle as our spell. Ooh, Zombie Chow versus Whirler.
I mean, I value the Whirly Goof, but that thing basically only ever gets to attack once and then gets removed.
Yeah. Whereas Zombie Chow is the whole point is that it gives you control of the board on 2/3, and you get to leverage that to deal more damage. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chow, especially like we don't really have we have a couple ways of like granting power.
Yeah, we passed up the totem is the big thing here.
Yeah, we did pass off a flame.
If we had any evolve shenanigans, we would have maybe picked the spider, but no.
I tend to say, you pick the card that's powerful in the abstract rather than the one that could be powerful with like the synergy you may or may not even get, and even if you do get it, you have to draw it. We have a lot of ones. 2 lightning bolts.
2 over lightning bolts, a crackle, and a stormforged axe. Whereas 3s in Shaman are incredible. Like that picks up things like Hex, Elemental Overload.
Yeah.
Could be Unbound Elemental. So this is a hard trade-off here. I don't know which one to go here. If you can't overload once on the Unbound Elemental, it is the worst thing.
Right.
Like,
but when it's a 3/5 or a 4/6 for 3, it's very powerful. Basically, you want to play it on 3 and then on 4 do something like...
make a 7/7.
You want to make a 7/7, but it also... Feral Spirits is the other one that I like.
Yeah, Hex and Lightning Storm as well.
I'm going to trust in the Scarab. Ooh, we don't have enough spells to be an Arcane Giant deck. We're 3, so we could...
Charged Hammer is quite good.
Right.
Plus, we have a cheap way to immediately break it. On turn 5, you just equip the axe and then chunk it.
This one's pretty. There we go. I feel good about the zombie
You pick
show.
the goof now. Huh.
Yeah. Again, like new card. Like it's very high here. I'm gonna pick Pompous Thespian some more.
We'll have 2 drops instead of 3 drops.
Wow, am I seriously going to be a weapon shaman?
Do we want Charged Hammer? Do we want Hammer of Twilight? Do we want Elemental Destruction?
Right. Like, all three of these offerings are very powerful.
They all offer their own benefits.
Like, Hammer of Twilight, I think, makes the... You do not want 2x charged hammer? Probably not. Like, that seems like a little overkill, especially with the Hammer of Twilight being offered right next to it.
Hmm. I think I think the Hammer of Twilight might be the weakest one in the. But because we have a charged hammer already, it makes it better than charged hammer. I guess the question is between the two right cards here.
I think I'm willing to trust the Hammer here.
Yeah, let's pick up the hammer. We're
Like,
pretty 2-drop heavy to want a
destruction.
blast.
Speaking of, like, 2-drop heavy, I think this feels like a good time to pick up a Cult Master.
Pretty good with Totem Golem. We have a bunch of taunt already. So
Yeah. Speaking of taunt, we don't
I
have
will
any.
never say goodbye. I will never say no to a Taz Dingo.
Yeah.
Although Primal Fusion is a little better than Lux, but we didn't pick up
Which,
the Witch Doctor, which the interaction with Primal Infusion is actually quite good there. You pick it makes the totem then grants the +1/+1.
I played against a Shaman in Arena a couple days ago that played a Lightning Storm on me to sweep my board away. I replay a board out. They roll they play a board out over the next couple turns. They roll out a spell damage totem and then just go Maelstrom Portal Lightning Storm again, and I'm just like, oh, like as I get swept by like the Shaman. We want some top
like
end?
if you're gonna have top end, this is one of the ones to have.
Right.
Any number of fire elementals.
Like, Rockbiter, Whirl, Mathematic,
If we had Doomhammer, I would say Rockbiter, but we do not have Doomhammer.
if I'm going to have very little top end, I will take these two buddies. Card that will
Storm,
do.
I think Stormcrack's fine here. It's like a bad crackle.
You know,
Consistent bad crackle.
I would say consistent but bad. Windspeaker being removed.
No, in limited, this is great though because this is Shadow Bolt, and Shadow Bolt we have no spell damage.
No spell damage. Is that still fine?
Are you willing to play a 1-mana 1/3 weapon with no ability?
The thing is, like, it doesn't always have no ability though.
I know. You have the 1 and 4. And then there is any 3-drop at all.
Nope, don't care. Don't care about that at all. Like three drops are fake. Third Whirling Zap-O-Matic. Man, this again makes me wish I would have picked maybe the. How much?
The totem.
Yeah.
Oh, let's pick the claws. It's the one we haven't played with. We have no way to gain life and a bunch of weapons. But we have a lot of taunt, so that's...
How about we just get, like, 3 of that Illusionist, like, for the next cards?
Like, yeah, that's a rather strong card, by the way. Number of fire elementals.
We picked the Infested Tarn because it's a 4-drop.
Wolf Rider would also be acceptable.
At this point, at this point, it's comedic just to leave it empty.
Oh, okay, we'll pick the Tauren then.
Yeah, like Wolf Rider is probably the one I should pick there, but nah, whatever. 3 drops are fake.
Flow Reaper? I don't think we want Major Domo.
And Moreau's kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Moreau's really sucks.
But 69 is very nice.
Look, if we have to have some top end, so past 4 we have a hammer, 3 fire elementals, and a Foe Reaper.
And yeah.
That's it. 3 fire elementals and a Foe Reaper and this hammer. That's it.
Is this going to be fine? Because a lot of the times we're going to be overloaded on 3 anyways. So you just make a 2-drop.
Yep.
Because we have like the Axe, Bolts, Stormcrack, Crackle. Like there are ways we are going to be overloaded on turn 2.
Or if we play Jeweled Scarab on 2, we just have a 3.
So yeah, we secretly have a 3-drop in our deck.
The secret, the unknown 3-drop. Anyway, so that's the deck. I think it's pretty silly.
Seems pretty good to me. I'm glad we went this direction.
Yeah. Only thing I really wish is that we actually had a if I had to pick only one 3-drop, the illusionist that makes us immune on our turn would have been the choice.
That card is so sweet, by the way.
That card is. I love that card.
Like, it makes life tap free.
It makes weapons free.
It makes weapons free. It makes Mad Bomber free. It makes Flame Imps and all that free. Like,
well, let's go ahead and mulligan the shit out of this.
Keep that? Do we want to keep the? We have so many weapons.
We have so many weapons. We have so many weapons. I want to. I'd rather mulligan to the curve first.
Mm-hmm.
Opponent full mold. Oh, hey, coin. Alright. Arcane Anomaly is a 1-mana 2/2 if I want it.
I think we play it anyways.
Yeah.
Since we might be storm cracking something next turn.
Yep.
If he hero powers, we pop the axe. If he plays...
I could stormcrack this. Or I could just coin for nothing?
Yeah, coin for nothing. Get the axe out. Turn the coin into Moonfire is what we're saying here.
Yeah, like, can the coin just be... Like, my hand's a bunch of 2s. The coin... I fucked it up.
Hooray! Greetings! Thing is, this...
I'm not even... Sweet. Awesome. Don't even...
You goofed it, kid!
Anyway, so we're gonna play Pompous Thespian next turn, and hopefully our opponent just does, like, nothing relevant.
Acceptable.
Justice demands retribution. The elements
You wanna... What do you feel like doing to that Taz Dingo?
Meh.
Okay.
Playing this because that way I can I can play pair
Play a
of 2s.
4 next turn, or a 2 and a 2.
Yes. I just like ate the coin for no reason there. I'm excited.
We're excited. Like, I think we got this. We can beat Blood Rain with an H.
Rain. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and fuck me up.
Now this is just 1-for-1 removal, because we're going to play 1-for-1 removal and then...
Yeah.
Like... Stormcrack and Jeweled Scarab. I think we Scarab. Scarab first does not matter because we cannot play the spell, but we'll do it anyways. Scarab is also a Hex, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hex is the most, like...
Also, the Scarab is an incredible creature to Dark Iron Dwarf onto.
Right, if our opponent plays Yeti-style creature here, which is what... No.
Face.
I would say that never works. Don't give me that.
100% called it, and we get to wreck your board.
Yeah, don't lie to me, like... Alright, my weapon can only attack 1/1s. That's it. That's all I can attack.
Yeah, we have no 3s in our deck except for one secret 3.
Crackle?
Yeah, Crackle, see what pops out, and then we can play Taz.
Right, because, like, no matter what, I can kill this if I have to use my axe. It's 50-50 to not use the axe, but...
4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
The average, once again, wins.
50-50. Anyway, this looks fine with Cult Master to follow.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. Master to follow.
Yeah.
And if he makes like a Bog Creeper, we've got it.
God. Bog Creeper, I think I'd just have, like, Arcane Anomaly, Hero Power, Hex, or something like that. What a... Wow.
Cycle. You should have cycled first, my guy.
Yeah.
Hero Power, Tauren, bump that down.
Yeah, let's Hero Power first.
Let's see what we get.
Healing?
Totem? Nope. Okay. Then I think we use Taz because it doesn't. He dies to consecration anyways.
Yep. That was what I was checking on the totem. If it was healing totem, I would have done it the other way.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. And, like, this is a Cult Master turn, so that's nice. Okay. Also don't care too much about that.
Dancing Master.
'Cause-
I'm having the distinct impression our opponent's deck is not very good.
well, let's go ahead and
We do this.
give me a card. What's card look like?
Pretty good, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Like we throw. Yeah, we do that. Make the hammer. Field a 2/2, 2/3 into
1/1.
1/1, and then off to the races.
Still a bit weak to concentration,
Consecrate.
but whatever.
We're not that weak to it. We get a 4/1 and a 2/2.
Yeah.
Like it's basically just a removal spell for half of Tauren and half of and all of Cold Master, who has already recycled herself.
That's good.
We have a decent chance of drawing a weapon just to break our axe.
Right. Do we have 3 weapons that we can? No, 2 weapons we can break it with.
We have spell damage totem.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, no matter what we do, we can totem this turn. So you have
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we could play out our hand and still have totem up.
Which I may
Um,
do.
I think pulling the trigger on Hex is too early, but playing every other card is probably fine.
What about bumping, letting Taunt Totem buy this off? Like,
Yeah,
bump,
we'll do
bump.
that. We can do that.
And then every other card, sweepers are fake. I'm not even gonna trade with that, because, like, I kind of want our opponent to invest in this. Like, you know, like, aha, Blessing of Kings or something like that, because then...
Yeah. And it's bad if we get swept here, but it's not irreversible. If
I
we
don't
get swept
I don't
here.
think they... Well, the thing is, I don't think they have it. Like, they would have
Yeah,
played it too...
Okay. Is that even a creature we care to hex?
How do I want to deal with that? Let's figure out... Okay, so... Nice. Nice! I think I want to test out that secret first. Probably with, like, this.
Yeah, do.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
just,
no,
like,
no,
try to
no.
Bump off the 1/1, but
Bump off the 1/1.
actually bump off the 1/1 with the 2/2.
Yeah. So, and then it's Avenge, because it's always Avenge or Noble Sacrifice. Is that hexable?
We can.
Or just Fire
Hex-
Elemental this?
Yeah, you can fire elemental and then like zap his face, then zap the 6/6, then fire elemental it,
And then bump, bump, bump on the 2/8.
Or spin hex if you want to. If you
Nah,
want to keep your.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Let's go for it then.
So,
Really Goof gets to be like a shot.
Yep. And roll.
Hopefully we get healing totem, and
That's,
we do.
That's good. Thank you, Healing Totem. We had lethal if we went face with the ooze. I wasn't gonna go face with the ooze to test out. Not for like a
Now to get owned by a gets down.
yeah. Like I'm not gonna do that when there's a get down on the table because it's 50. Basically, it's 50-50 get down or avenge.
Or considering the quality of our opponent's deck, I would have accepted like a retribution or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Yeah. Anyway, luckily my dumbass didn't lose the game on to.
it's fine. You can make a play mistake and still win. Especially when our opponent's ramming us down with Mogushan Warden.
Yeah, that's fair.
Get down would have prevented lethal there. Anyways,
Well,
who
now,
cares?
you know, say now I'm looking at the, whatever.
Whatever. Don't worry about it. We won anyways. And there was very little our opponent could have done to get out of that. Although many of those lines start with what he did, which
Right.
is lay on hands. We can keep crack here.
Yeah. I'm mentally looking at the like tree. You know what? I'm done thinking about it.
Yeah, we're done. We got a new game in front of
I'll
us.
say I do not have time to spend mental energy on that game when there's a new game ahead of us. Okay.
The pig does not attack. Let's make you spend 3 mana on our 2 mana.
All right, can do.
Okay.
All right.
If we don't unless they play a creature. Okay. I think we just bolt that.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. An actual play.
Amazing.
Give me something real. Well, you can't be red deck wins with just a bunch of burn spells and no minions. That ain't going anywhere. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
What are relevant totems? Spell damage and taunt totem would be the two I want. Would playing Cult Master be worth it? Not really.
It would cycle Whirly Goof.
Yeah.
And then Water Elemental would trade with Cold Master. Yeah, we can do whatever we're going to do post.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and crackle that down.
That's happening 100%. Okay.
Right. Why would I waste the crackle there, like, just to fish that? That's a really good way to lose a game of Hearthstone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well,
I could, like, Spellbreaker... I actually maybe don't even need the Spellbreaker. Like, I could, like, Arcane Anomaly, Bolt, bump in. Oh, that's bad.
we have a few good choices here.
Those changes noted in that article are not live. They are absolutely 100% not live.
Uh,
I don't like any of my lines, is the reason I haven't done anything yet.
how about silence
That.
the Golem, Bolt, Water Elemental. Yeah. I guess you could throw the 1/1 into one of his creatures, but whichever one you...
Right.
It just chooses whichever one you... and this keeps him from being able to ram a creature into Spellbreaker and then ping him.
Right, because he has to spend the ping on the 1/1 if he wants that gone. Okay, that's fine. The real trick is to draft a deck right now with all of the cards, yeah, all of the cards of the current arena, then hold that until they patch the arena and kick everybody's ass.
I have totally done that before. Like, you joke, but...
I know. Frozen. Son of a... I guess roll totem.
Yeah, roll totem here, I guess.
Irrelevant. I need this off the table, I think.
And then the question becomes, do we crack down anything? Like, just accept the 2-for-1 on. Because we can overload this turn. We do not want to overload next turn.
That's fair. So, like, what, crack the Harvest Golem?
Yeah, that's terrible, but it is what is in front of us.
This is bad. I don't like that play, but, like... Yeah. That's all I've got. I don't like that.
That's our emotion right now.
I don't like that play at all. Our opponent's board is... Okay, that's fine. I can hammer that down. Our opponent's board is way better than us, and... Okay. Sure.
We did not get 1/1 totem for once.
The blank one against our opponent, yeah. This one at least, like, eats a little more, yeah. So...
Okay.
Okay. We don't have Earth Shocks for that sort of thing. This is getting quite bad. We're taking a lot of damage.
Choices include... Man, our opponent has so many hard-to-remove minions.
Right, like I can't
Like
do...
they pick them highly or something.
Yeah. I can't actually remove anything off of the board, or like any more than one minion off this board. God, and I take so much damage for it.
I believe that is what we have as an option.
I think I remove a 3-1 off the board.
Either the 3/1 or the Yeti. The 3/1. If you remove a 3/1, then that makes us trade with the Kraken involved, the Yeti.
Right, but like if I remove the Yeti, he gets the Kraken literally for free.
Mm-hmm. Whereas if we leave the Yeti alive, he gets to kill the 4/2 off the X for free. He gets to do that anyway, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has that 100% no matter what. Like, this way I try to bite the Yeti out. Burn my riches and arenas until you get Mind Blast Priest. I assume our opponent is just going to ignore it because our life total is, like, incredibly low. Wow. I mean...
He didn't play much. So we get to Anomaly. I guess we... Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We totem first.
Yeah, totem
first.
first.
To decide if we want to taunt the Anomaly or if we want to taunt the totem that comes out. Spell damage totem, please. Okay. So we kill the Yeti.
I think I attack the Yeti and Stormcrack the Micro Machine.
Let's see what our spare part is. We get the spare part this turn too.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, Stormcrack. And then like Argus here.
Yeah, and then armor plate up the Anomaly. That'll give it +2/+0.
Yeah.
+0/+2.
Yeah, which makes it immune to attack ping. Okay, hey Taz Dingo, how you doing?
We invented a Taz Dingo. One mana Taz Dingo.
Okay, then I really think the way out of this game is us buying it with Cult Master. That's fine. That's not the worst. This could be the worst. I don't know why you did...
Oh, good.
I'm not sure why you did that in that order, bud. Like...
McGinnis.
Freaking hell. MC-Tech. Every time, MC Tech.
That was still good, but...
Yeah, like that's really powerful against us.
Then we would be...
Oh, do you have a... Okay, you got burn. Crap.
Hey!
Okay.
We can have our cake and eat it too.
Okay, that's good. I guess do I even totem? No, I probably just...
You totem last.
I have the mana.
Oh, yeah, we don't have the mana. Okay, so... Do we cycle...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm literally going to cycle that. Okay.
Okay.
If I can get that on the board without my life total being like 2, I'm gonna feel fine.
Here's what I was thinking. This sort of impels our opponents to don't have something big, don't have something cool.
Yeah, we are 120% fucked.
Yeah, and having a 2-drop means that, because this means we can't make
We can't make.
behind Taunt Totem.
Yeah, we can't hide behind Taunt Totem. Well,
Okay, we're done here.
no, we can hide behind Taunt Totem now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Excellent.
if we roll it, we can hide behind it. Actually, let's impress our opponent a little more.
Harvesting servos engaged.
Yeah. So we needed Taunt Totem to be able to hide behind there, and even then, like, we needed to roll Taunt Totem like multiple turns in a row.
Yeah. Our opponent's deck was pretty good.
The big thing was they played a lot of, like, basically we didn't have a good opener of, like, actual honest-to-God minions. We just had a bunch of removal.
And our opponent had hard-to-remove creatures. Things like how many... They had two Harvest Golems, 2 Scarlet Crusaders, which
Yes.
are cards that you pick for... Like, our opponent had some less than great cards. Like, they had Frostwolf Grunt, which is now an obsolete card.
Yep.
And they had Dragon's Breath, which is a bad card.
I don't think
But-
so. I don't think so in the arena.
I hate that card.
You can hate it all you want, but interaction is interaction is interaction. The card still functions.
Sometimes. Like,
It
lets you
will
do-
always do 4 damage.
It'll always do 4 damage, but it's like, we're on the coin, so I think maybe we want Crackle here? Or do we want to fish for a 2-drop?
I kind of really want to fish for something playable, but
Go for it then. Oh, okay.
okay, because being off curve is killer, you know.
So next turn, I think we Golem coin 2-drop. Or, yeah, Anomaly coin 2-drop.
Yeah, basically.
Because we play the Anomaly now, we're just paying 1 mana to make our opponent pay 2 mana. To no gain. Whereas this lets us play 1 mana 2/2.
Please ping me.
Please pass.
Okay.
Let's play the use here.
Yeah.
That or the Thespian, but we might want Taunt later. Opponent is never going to have a... We already know what our opponent's doing. They're probably going to kill the use here. Oh.
Oh, they're gonna make us do it.
How do we crack here to get rid of the Golem, or do we just hope for... Or do we roll for spell damage?
No. I can just go ahead and pop here. The spell damage doesn't change this really.
Play the Thespian, I guess.
Yeah. So Thespian, and then bump this way.
Yeah.
And also I'm gonna not bump this off because I want him to like trade, and then I use the Spirit Claws to kill the other half. Is sort of the idea there. Also, if he like fails to kill this, I can bring it back outside of ping range pretty easily. So
Or if, like, if we can defend, if we can Argus, we Argus. If we don't, we still have a good 4-drop here.
yeah, Trog against this. Okay, that's what I wanted. That was the. Oh, son of a. Goodbye, board.
Rip.
Rip in peace.
It also invalidates our... I think now we have to like, totem and then crackle
Yeah.
that. Throwing... Come on, crackle.
Thank you. Yeah, that was just... That was killer.
That was crunch. And that would have not mattered either way.
No, not especially. At least here I have, like, Burly Rockjaw Trog and a Fire Elemental, and I can...
Yeah, our curve from here out is good. Our opponent has something here, though.
Right, I can punk this, at least. Which will be nice.
Because they get to flip the 3 they get here and choose not to.
They're... Okay, well... It's fine by me. The Arcane Anomaly. So... I'm gonna go ahead and take that out.
Yeah,
Just so he can't
just
do
keep.
that.
Yeah, it forces him to use the guy to get rid of. It forces him to unstealth this guy so we can fire elemental it.
Yep. Our opponent certainly is the master of incredibly awkward minions here.
Although, we can argue here instead. And then we get flame struck and the game's over.
Flame strike doesn't matter. I would love it, actually, to be honest, because that means I would just fire elemental off this and have the board. The big problem here is that they have really good trades, just base, like bump, bump. Yeah, oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh.
What are they? Somebody's aware I've got Cult Master.
Just fire elemental our opponent's face.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth putting the damage there, and I can't do anything else.
I guess the only reason to put the damage on that is if we expect to draw fire elemental. Or lightning bolts. Like, there's reasons to do it. I don't put the damage. But watch us draw none of them and have this trade to happen anyways.
Whatever.
They all. I guess pinging the guy.
This is the reason I was saying. This is the reason I did that.
They rolled very well on their Firelands portal. Hey.
Alright, how many more Firelands portals are you holding? This is an important
7.
question.
They only have 4
These
cards
two.
in hand, but they happen to have 7 of them.
One of them's a Kabbalist Tome that'll just give
One
them
of them's a 3 mana Firelands portal. Like it's bugged
Oh,
so
okay.
that Firelands portal costs 3 if you get it off the thing, and he kills our 1/1 because we've shown to be on Defender of Argus, and because it's free.
Right, and because it's free.
Please, Taunt Totem.
Taunt
Can I have a
Totem?
Taunt Totem? Yeah!
Alright, give me a card. That's good. I will definitely take a card.
Flame Strike!
Nope. It's another Firelands portal. Oh. Interesting. Also interesting if you're going to spend the 5 damage there. I guess you didn't want to... That's fine, I'll keep... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Never mind.
Our opponent's deck is actually amazing.
Okay. Well, first things first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duplicate.
Duplicate. Show me the duplicate.
Ice Armor.
Counterspell? Counterspell? Counterspell. Oh no, don't do it again.
Purple.
Oh,
Oh, thank goodness. If we could draw a Kraken, we're in this still.
yeah, Kraken to kill off... Basically, cracking this down would be perfect. This is getting alive. This is actually going to live the turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
This is going to live the turn.
Oh.
Okay.
You can silence the O5 and then kill the slime and the Arcanosmith,
Yeah.
and then have a trade on Captain Greenskin.
Wow. Alright, so Waluigi, you get... Okay, this is all of a sudden turned to an even board?
We are way behind on
No,
life.
We're way behind on life, but, I mean, look.
If we can draw the Kraken, or even Foe Reaver, any big creature. If we can draw Hex off of a...
Oh, son of a...
Well, let's see what totem we get. 1 and 3.
It's on.
But-
No.
Well, we lose this game. We can't recover from going to 1.
Yeah.
Also, it's counterspell. Or spellbreaker. Or not or spellbender.
Is it seriously
Okay.
is it seriously ice block?
No, I was thinking ice armor. Like, when you're attacked, gain 8 armor.
No. That's not fancy enough. It's got to be ice block.
Okay, we go to 1.
And we don't have ways to recover from that. Like, even a sweeper obviously doesn't do it. Hey! Alright.
Die with dignity. Oh, yeah, we get to find out.
It's ice block.
What else could it be?
We've tested for both counterspell variations. We've tested for all duplication. I guess it could be vaporize. We haven't tested for that.
Could be vaporize.
Vaporize, I think, is the only option remaining.
Pyroblast. Okay. You wanted to show us your bad card.
Totem has been ringed. Always give new totems? No. I don't know what question you're asking. Since when has that been true? Literally since beta. You can't get duplicate totems off of,
Yeah, you can't get duplicate totems, and if you have all 4 totems, you can't hero
use...
power.
Yeah, you can't hero power. That has been since... I don't think there's a time Shaman never ever worked like that.
Watch this amazing deck go 1 and 3.
I think that'd be pretty good.
So, but things that create totems that are not your hero power can make duplicate, and in fact will, over and over again. Which is why I played a game yesterday. I was talking, or was it the day before? I was talking with Jens while I was doing it, and I had 3 healing totems in play. And my opponent, for some reason, kept pinging my creatures, even though it did literally nothing. It was amazing.
Healing totem. Yeah, it's not something that's, like, advertised.
Oh, the game doesn't tell you a ton of things. Let's lose to another Firelands Portal deck.
Are we gonna get triple maged out? Is that how this works?
Yes, this is how this works.
I think that's how the arena functions. Your best pal. Alright. I don't think we've actually directly talked too much about the arena changes. We've been playing Hearthstone. I don't know. I think it's a necessary thing to do. Like, it's very...
Wait, you can tell some of the changes they're making aren't just for losing card streaks, but also for making the game less swingy. Like, I think that's why they're taking Ogre, Dunemaul Shaman, and taking Windspeaker out. Isn't because they're bad, but because they can immediately win you the game. Opponents being fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead. This is a bit bad, but whatever.
I don't care. That needs to be done.
But the priest card that makes me think that they're taking out is, like, they're taking Mind Blast out, and also, but Mind Blast is bad at least, but they're taking Inner Fire out, which is a...
The thing that's kind of hilarious to me is that they're removing... Excuse me?
Excuse me? Okay.
Sure. I guess they didn't want to give me the free shield. I'm honestly surprised they didn't take the bump there. Okay, this isn't enough. Trog.
Trog is a little poor here. We take some damage if we do this. You can hammer down the anomaly, and then next turn Alchemist the Yeti to kill it with the hammer.
That was exactly what I was thinking as well. They took out a lot... Basically, the biggest criteria for taking out the non-mage, non-rogue cards was that they were too variable. Our opponent's curve is literally just every 1-drop in existence. They've played 2 Arcane Anomalies, the Argent Squire, and, like... Alright, anyway, let's take, like, 1,000 damage. I'm fine taking, like, 1,000 damage.
Wait, Defender of Argus. We have 2 creatures. Is that better?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I was thinking, man, we only get to spend 6 mana, so we don't get to totem to make a defender here. But then I was like, wait a second, we just got a 4/2 off of our axe.
I don't know why our opponent's playing that card.
Me either.
Well, like in the sense that like our opponent's curve is. Ooh, hey, I can even
Let's see.
roll.
And we can roll and see what we get. And then if we whiff, we can just. I think we do it anyways to kill the Argent Squire. And then we
Yeah.
can just, make obvious attacks.
Yep. And then do you have a secret for me here? No. If I...
Counter spell,
Yeah. What?
Spellbender, Ice Block. Okay. They roll well on their.
That's fine. I just get to take that out for nothing.
And we get to draw another 4-drop, why don't we?
Yeah. We'll play that.
Since we have other weapons to draw, we might want to.
It looks to me like the cards that it has more to do with cards that are too situational, rely on synergy to be playable, or cards that are straight up unplayable. That is it in a nutshell. Like the reason they removed so many of these cards is that they just aren't great. Like in both circumstances. I'm gonna roll totem.
Might not fire elemental here if we don't need to, which I think we don't need to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like use health on minions and such to clear this.
Yeah, what ones I'm fine attacking. I think at this point our life total is low enough that maybe we don't want to.
That's why I only want to use this on 1/1s. But
The
yeah,
Warsong Commander they made unplayable.
yeah, Warsong Commander's already an unplayable card, so like that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Yeah, is it? Like, well, so some of the choices, like, so if you're saying the 2/3 robot, like if you're talking about Snow Chugger Rogue or those cards, those are removed for completely different reasons. I don't have good trades on that.
Would we take the bad
I
one?
was gonna say we take the bad ones and live with it. Whatever.
I feel like that's something I end up saying a lot. In lieu of good plays, we take the bad ones we have, which this one's not great, but it's not the worst. Like since we're not trading. We already have 1/1 totem down. You can't ping them both. Now watch him play.
Oh, you mean the priest one? They didn't. Well,
Shadow Bomber.
well, Shadowboxer's still at.
Wow.
Okay. Whatever. I don't care.
Well, Shadow Boxer's not on the list.
Well, that's because Shadowboxer's a 2-mana 2/3. Like, why would
Yeah,
you
but
remove a playable card?
Yeah, the Shadow Bomber is a 1-mana 2/1 that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we kill Nazoth?
Yeah, like bump, kill it with Sea Kraken.
Yeah, throw Arcane Anomaly and 1/1 away, and then we're done.
And we don't care about this.
We don't care about that.
I'm just gonna put my opponent to the sword. Yeah.
I'm wondering if the 1 damage is worth it.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking there. It's like,
Well, if we roll spell damage, then it's 3.
Okay, like, do you somehow think you're living this turn?
Well, I guess first we totem. Well, we can attack first.
Yeah, I was
Let's
gonna
see
say,
what happens.
I want to see what's under this. Okay, so put our opponent to 1 first.
We'll put our opponent to 1. They gotta have Ice Block, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's 100% at this point. I don't even want to crack this. Like, that just produces more power on my opponent's board.
Yeah.
That-
if
that-
you crack that, we die to Pyroblast.
Pyroblast. Yeah, I was saying if I crack that, we die to Pyroblast. So I'm not gonna do that. So, Windspeaker, I can't speak for all of these, like, like the why. I'm not, inside Blizzard's mind, but I can tell you that yeah, that's not okay. They're trying to gain life, but that's not going to be enough. I can tell you that the idea behind all the changes they're making is to remove the cards that their data shows that arena players lose with the most. Like,
See, the thing there, even with Reno, if they had flipped Reno there somehow, I don't think it would have gotten them
I was gonna say
out.
they lose in 2 turns. Like,
Yeah, they lose pretty heftily. Okay, we avoided 1 and 3, which I was actually kind of rooting for. So now we have to actually have a reasonable. Because 2 and 3 is not as good as 1 and 3. I'm just going to say that right now.
it's fine. But yeah, because like some of these cards are playable in some situations. I think one of the bigger things about it is sort of this admission that there are just kind of cards in Hearthstone that are unplayably bad. Like, like who plays Call Pet? I'm sorry. Like, Call.
Kaz.
I know, that's why I said I'm sorry. But like,
Oh.
seriously, it's not a.
Do we want Dwarf here?
Do we?
I know we don't want Axe. We can maybe ship Dwarf. Looking for a spell.
No, that's fine.
I was thinking on curve here. Like, this curve looks pretty good.
Because the moment you said that, I looked up and I noticed our opponent isn't a ping class for once.
Yeah.
Which means I can actually. Ooh, nice. By the way, I'm very happy with this card, even though it's just been like a copy of Light's Justice. But it's done enough.
Yeah.
Also, it's a Light's Justice
I like
that
the
can
card
threaten.
way better if you have, like, that's why I play Azure Drake in the deck with this. So, like, you're not completely depending on it. It's also better in decks with the Witch Doctor, where you just have totems coming out of your ears.
Yeah.
Is someone injured?
You have that coin.
Ooh. What if I totem first? And then spell damage totem.
Oh, if you want a totem here, I was going to coin Thespian, but
And just coin like, why even coin? Why not? Maybe just Thespian's enough.
could be. Like, if we're okay with them, like, wasting their. The one thing that makes me scared of that is, like, Shadow Word Pain.
Shrug, they bump into this, and then I played. I guess.
Okay, it seems fine. Okay, we have to bolt this now.
Yeah, but then I have a 2/3. Like,
We have a 2-3 and we get to Thespian next turn anyways. Yeah.
right? Like the payoff here is everything works as planned.
Mm-hmm. See, here's what I think would be a good thing to do. I hope we draw a spell. Yeah, I think we still use Spirit Claws here. I was hoping to draw any other spell so that we could, like... I don't know what spell we would do that was not removal, though.
Right.
No, what I would like is different arena queues with hand-picked cards that are able to appear in those queues. What I'm saying is I want them to invent a draft format. Because that's proven to work.
I don't think they ever will.
I know they won't, but they should. Oh, I count
Stormcrack
5
it?
damage on that. Yeah, Stormcrack does it. Oh, and then we can make a Thespian, sure.
Yeah. And that means we get a 4 next turn.
Let's see if we can get Holy Nova'd out.
If not, we're gonna be just fine. I like that this is this has been eating. Eating.
Arcane Anomaly has been quite good, yeah.
Holy Nova out. Yep. Like, I don't even have a good play into this. Thank you.
Yeah, we do.
Thanks, Deck. That was your cue. I'm glad you were right on cue there. Arcane
they
Anomaly is really sweet.
they change cards and they never do it right. Like I think the final iteration of Unleash the Hounds has been the single time they've done it right.
Yeah, but that took 3 iterations.
It did. It's because they either what they tend to do is murder cards.
I can board wipe. Oh.
Change things. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, it does, I think.
Yeah,
Fire.
it does. We throw both halves of Wind Fury into that claws, bum, and then fire. But yeah, this is much better than spinning Argus here. I like Arcanosmith. Like, I don't think the card's super great, but it does something. I play with the Shaman Arena now, and I've been impressed by it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've also been impressed by it. Like the way I like it is when you're playing this like game where you're both kind of avoiding the trading or going face, and then you just play Arcanosmith, and all of a sudden they can't make good trades anymore, like ever.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's got seven. It's 7 points of toughness for 4 mana. That's what we call the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, like right here, I think. Actually,
Yeah, gives Spellbreaker the extra power instead of Fire Elemental. I guess you can do it by putting Spellbreaker all the way on the left, and then that lets you choose.
ooh, that does let me choose. Good call, and luckily you can pull back.
You can pull back on that.
It's a bolt, and then we
12 damage.
wow, that was 27 damage.
Wow.
Wow. So, seeing as they decided not to remove any paladin cards, should they have? I think, based on their premise, so I guess I'm going to take a moment to step away from the game here and talk about the article that I'm looking at that is titled, so I've linked it in the zoo, it's titled Upcoming Arena Chains with Dean Ayala? Ayala?
Yeah, Dean Ayala.
Island. Okay. Anyway, that basically, so there's a lot of bumbo jumbo. There's some chatter in here like, we care about Arena, but which like first I've ever heard of it in 2 years. But sure, let's go ahead with that. But the big thing is is in the middle here. For the last few content releases, Mage and Rogue have bounced back and forth between the top two most played class and most powerful classes. I think that kind of goes without saying. Paladin has been in a tier by itself, below Mage and Rogue, while the last 6 classes have been done some shifting, but are just in like the garbage. So, the idea is for addressing the balance is trying to remove. They even say it in their second to last paragraph before the changes, where they say we don't want to remove iconic cards. They don't want to take out Fireball. They don't want to cut out Deadly Poison, like the cards that are like these are base class cards. They're like kind of define the class, but they wanted to take out cards that push the classes over the edge. Faceless Summoner, I think, is the best example of this. Mm-hmm. That card's unreasonable at every speed, and
because it's usually 6 mana for an 8/8. Combined total power toughness.
I want to say 9/9. Actually, I want to say 3/3 is what always freaking comes out of that thing.
Yeah, so it's 5/5.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it's, 5/5 and 3/3.
Yeah, it's not a 6/6. Oh my god! If it was a 6 mana
6/6. Yeah, that card would be real. Anyway, and they got rid of some of the rogue cards that gave it their forward tempo. The Goblin Auto Barber and Undercity Valiant give just enough of a slight advantage in the early game to keep them in the front foot. Like, you get 1 extra damage out of each of them, assuming that you meet some criteria, either having used your hero power or having something else, and you get just this slight push forward. So the idea is to reel them a little bit back in, which I can't speak for how much reeling in this will do.
We'll have to see.
But with Paladin, they didn't make any changes because it feels as though Paladin's what they want all the classes to be at. And I can kind of see, now that we've moved from a world where Paladin used to have things like Seal of Champions with the pick bonus, or Keeper of Uldaman with the pick bonus, those worlds where it was just like Paladin. Remember Murloc Knight? where you'd have 6 Murloc Knights or something like that, which I totally didn't do in my last Paladin arena. Didn't have 4 of those. I don't know what you're talking about. How much removing one class card changes the odds of the others? Well, the thing is, they're not removing 1, they're removing 6 or 7 in each, which heavily influences the...
Yeah, and they're removing a lot of do-nothing spells, like
Right.
Totemic Might and Ancestral Healing. Notably, Ancestral Revival, or whatever it's called, that card I've played a million
Yeah.
times, and Resurrect are still on the list, which...
Yeah. So the idea... So the main idea with the removal of the cards in Shaman is... In Shaman, Warlock, Druid, Warrior, Hunter, and Priest, is to up the average power level of the class by removing the bottom outliers. And this is 2 different categories. We have the cards that are so narrow it hurts. We're talking about Savagery. We're talking about... We're talking about Totemic Might. We're talking about Power Word Glory. We're talking about Confuse. These cards that basically never function in the arena. You have to have a constructed deck for these cards to function in. And then we also have this category of cards that are just, like, too... I think they got rid of them because they're just too low on the power level. Not even because they're, like, too narrow. It's just that, like, they don't do enough. And they want to up the average power level by removing the bottom cards. So you do see cards like Snipe. You do see cards like, I guess, Mark of Nature, maybe not. But, like, there's a couple cards on this list that are, like, oh, that was sort of a reasonable play. I would be about playing it. But they got rid of them because of that reaction. You never see, like, Cobra Shot, and you're like, oh, sweet, Cobra Shot. You think, like, I guess I'll take it, because it's the only removal I got? So, I, at least on these arena changes, I'm happy that they are finally taking some sort of active action to make changes to the arena, because it's very apparent that, like, even to just a neutral observer, that, like, we've cracked jokes about the Mage Cabal for literal years, you know?
Yeah, it's been around forever.
How long have we been cracking jokes about the Mage Cabal? Like,
Since the beginning.
So, and we'll continue to, because there will still be the Mage Cabal. This isn't going to magically fix everything, but it is at least an action that will turn things. You know, it'll. They're trying to right the ship, I guess, is the idea. And this is Action 1. I don't know what Actions 2, 3, or 4 will be. I want to say Mage Cabal's been, like, we've been making the Mage Cabal jokes for longer than just this year.
Oh, that is completely true. We might not have had the exact phrase, but the fact that we're high enough in the ranks so we can get beat up by mages,
Well,
like that's literally like 3 or 4 years old at this point. However old Hearthstone is, however long we've been streaming it.
Yeah, and well, because I know that it has to be quite old, because we made those jokes, and then for after a while it became the pile of paladins. The I don't even think we had a really good consistent name for it. I just kept coming up with a new one every time.
Which is fair.
But, like, because that was the time period where they had Seal of Champions on the offering bonus and Murloc Knight on the offering bonus, and it was just like, Paladin 4s, I'm gonna get you. And that was the like, we had made Mage Cabal jokes before that, I don't remember. But I don't, like, rogues have been beating us up. I don't think we've actually ever, I don't know if we ever, like, made fun of rogues a bunch.
Yeah, but not really.
Like,
Do not believe we have.
It always felt like an outlier. It was just like every time a rogue would show up, it would be rare. It would be like, oh, a rogue. And they would go like, abracadabra, you lose. Like,
yeah, that is another thing. Flame Strike is the reason that, like, Fireball and Flame Strike are the 2 reasons, like, Mage has always been on top.
anyway.
Because of just having, like, Sweepers and Shaman are 2 mana 1 damage now, or rare or epic.
2 mana 1 damage is rare, so.
Is Maelstrom Portal rare? Wow, I thought it was a common.
Nope, the Wicked Witch and the other card. I told you to get out of here. Who invited you back?
A fine turn 7 play.
Yeah. Paladins started losing their shine. See, I don't believe that Paladins are, like... I still believe Paladins are good. Like, I don't believe... And I guess Blizzard kind of agrees with me here. Like, I've always kind of believed that Paladins were always a great class. That they were always below the mage, but not like... Okay, hey, sweet. Or I could bolt that, I suppose.
Lightning bolts.
I kind of don't want to bolt, because I want to go into a 4, I'll be honest.
We'll see what we can. Yeah, we'll go for it then. I guess we see what totem we get.
Yeah, I really kind of want to coin into one of these 4s.
And thus it was.
Yeah.
Where we just had a 1 whenever. We spent lightning bolt on it anyways. And then pure powered on too.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how Faceless Summoner got past Dev. Like the card seems like a mistake. You know?
That card is just silly, you know? It is absolutely comedic. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna...
Like Taz comes out. So.
Taz comes out. I'm not gonna futz with this right now. We can futz with that later when I actually am going to roll hero powers. Like, I guess my hand is really big on, like, whammy. I get the spell damage totem, and then, like, ding, 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 and then, like, all these, like, the balls start rolling on the ground, confetti flies from the air, you know, from the sky, music starts playing, and all of a sudden, like, it's just, yeah.
Is that even worth doing, or do we just want to make Tor in here?
It's definitely worth doing just to get rid of the other charge. My question is, do I care to totem first?
Why? Well,
No.
why would we totem?
Yeah, like... I had some... We don't have the mana for the line, I was thinking, basically.
Okay, we just trade... Like, we trade use and then...
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
So, no, my line was more like, I get healing totem, and then I can heal up that...
Heal up Taz, and then
Yeah.
force it. Yeah. We get healing totem anyways.
Yeah.
Called it.
But...
Call me a sniper.
Welcome to Yogg-Saron, Emily.
Yogg-Saron, it's the worst. I don't know why we like this guy. I actually know why we like this guy. It's because he's the worst.
Oh.
So now we want to...
Kind of want to roll the totem, because that's a really big win, and I still have Pompous Thespian as a backup.
Let's go for it.
Like...
Yeah. And then we can trade Pompous Thespian. Just want to get that Spirit Claws down anyways. We have other weapons to draw, which makes me not super like it, but... We have a coin flip next turn of getting the axe.
Mm-hmm. If not, I just have to spend ooze and... No.
No longer a coin flip.
No longer a coin flip.
Kill your guy. Awful.
Wow.
I mean, we don't hero power this turn if we want to play Infested Tauren.
What?
Oh, right, never mind. Yeah,
What?
My line of play involved us also using Lightning Bolt. Not on Spectral Knight, funnily enough. But now we're completely fine. With actually, 1/1 Totem here is actually completely fine.
Yeah.
So we just chop off the 1/1 and then we have
So-
the axe and the 1/1 to deal with whatever comes out. The correct thing to do is to throw the 4/3 into the 2/3 and then throw the 1 to 2/1 into the 2/2. But
Come on.
or you can have a ghoul here.
Really thinking that Foe Reaper is going to be a powerful play on the next turn. I really don't want to overload myself next turn if possible. If I do, I want to overload myself into the goddamn, like...
Yeah, just
floor.
overload ourselves completely.
Yeah, just throw me into the freaking... fully into the garbage can. It'll be fine. Okay, obvious trades.
Up. Okay. Looks like we're overloading ourselves.
Yeah. Do I just slam the crackle on this? Because if I totem and crackle, then I don't get to play the Cult Master.
Yeah, I think we crackle, dude, and then see what moves from there. Okay. We can also, instead of Cult Mastering, we can also just slam down. We can break our weapon and slam down that hammer and kill the 2/3.
So here's the two lines I'm thinking. I'm thinking bolt this Cult Master trade.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that. I was thinking this makes better use of our weapon.
Well, this gets us card. Also, that's a good card, especially when I'm going to be overloaded too.
Let's attack with our weapon.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm fine spending one more charge of it.
I mean, like, we're going to want to replace it soon. Let's start treating it like the Light's Justice it is.
God, I don't want to play Fire Elemental than that at all. Like, that trades too easily with Fire Elemental.
Let's see what the cards presented with us
Sure.
are. Are we finally going to get spell damage totem?
No, we're getting
No.
a worthless one.
As it turns out,
I'm not spending this because next turn it's much more likely that I'm playing Foe Reaper or Fire Elemental, which means this doesn't get overwritten. It's much lower odds that I'm playing Hammer. And if I do, like, whatever, losing 1 damage isn't going to be the end of the world. Our opponent got 2 Death Bites. I'm kind of impressed by the deck already.
yeah,
Oh, and... no.
a creature that dies to fire elemental.
Hmm.
Or do we just want to get the Foe Reaper down? Like, it's going to be hard to play that into a nude board. We're finally going to get spell damage totem.
No. And I'm not going to crack it either, because Foe Reaper's the card I want next turn. And again, 1 damage I'm fine not using. Because it could be 3. Oh boy.
Slam execute. Do it. Get execute out of your deck.
Bash. Bash. I don't care about either of those plays.
Okay, let's slam damn it ding dong this game in our favor.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, that's good.
That's completely fine. Laffo.
Now I'm willing to spend it because I'm the odds of me playing Hammer at Twilight next turn are pretty much 100%.
The only thing that would make us not do it is if we drew Power Hammer. Aha!
Play a second minion. Yeah, you you know what's up.
Like, do that, then crush in for... Do we want to Argus here?
Nah, I don't even care. We're still presenting a lethal threat,
Yeah.
and like with a silence back.
Very nice.
There's no point.
Okay. Used incorrectly.
Yeah, running in.
Did not expect us to be holding silent, because that would have, like, kept him alive if he had killed something.
Yeah. I'm kind of impressed by the play, to be honest. Like, they made a hasty tree. Perfect.
Hey, Charge finally is constructed playable in a niche deck that I'm convinced is bad.
I've been watching Kaz play, and it's really interesting.
It's fun.
The
It
turn
is fun as hell.
The turn it goes off is hell. The turn it goes, for one, you have to recognize the turn. For two, once you recognize the turn, you have to look at your hand and evaluate, like, a lot of the times. Like, sometimes you just look at your hand and you go, oh, this is 44 damage. Like, your opponent explodes. But sometimes you look at your hand and it's like, my opponent's at 21. Can I, like, half combo off and kill them? And then, like, you can't, and then you can, or you're like, something goes wrong, and it...
Actually, with the Alchemist here,
Like
for the anomaly.
Sure.
That's cute.
Has
It's
Gnome not
bad.
heard of OTK Worgen? That was the deck he was directly referencing, Restar.
Yeah. I was talking about a constructed deck. That's bad. We're going to punish you for not coining to ping our guy by attacking you for 2 and then turning it into a squire. Okay.
Rip.
Man, do we play Alchemist here? Totem, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's my 3.
Totem 1 turn kill is bad. I'm sorry. Let's, I mean, I think we do it.
Yeah.
If anything, just have a creature to throw into Sun Fairy Protector with
Or do I
Dark
just...
Iron.
Or do I just flip the... Oh, actually, that's more relevant. Yeah, okay. Let's not be in it. I was thinking of flipping that to a 3-2, because it dies. Whatever. Whatever. This will be fine. Taunt Totem basically forgives everything. No. Or I don't get a board and I get to play Dingo. That's okay.
Okay. Our choices were mostly irrelevant.
Yep. Yeah, that's... Ha. You guys, you two are not in the... OTK Warrior scratches my... I want to play Solitaire against another human itch, yeah.
Fireball. Okay. Wow. Do you gamble or do you just play the Tauren down?
Man, talking about Magic, there are some of the new cards that I'm really excited about. I love the Gear Hulks.
They're all rather good. We're having me and Jins have a silent gamble, like silent gambit on whether or not our opponent's deck is perfect and beautiful. On whether or not
it is,
the
by the way.
Red Gear Hulk will just be a worse version of the blue one.
I'm just gonna...
Spend a turn, frozen.
Whatever. So that it's out there in the realm, and everyone can tell me that I'm wrong after it's spoiled. I believe that the Red Gear Hulk is going to be the inverse of the blue one, because the blue one is only instants, and I think that the red one is going to be the anarchist to its Scrivener. It's going to be a flashback of sorcery, kind of like a Goblin Dark Dwellers. Game set. Alright, that kind of frickin' blows.
I mean, we're not out of it.
Anyway, I think that the Red Gear Hulk is going to be, like, actually really good.
I think it's going to be a 7-mana 4/4.
Fuck it. Fuck that. It's gonna be like a 5-mana 6/4.
It's going to be a 7-mana 4/4 with haste that flashes back a sorcery in the yard, but we actually got spell damage showed him. But what it does is you have to pay for the sorcery when you flashback it.
Why would it ever do that?
Because it has to be worse than the blue one.
There's literally no way they would ever print that card, though. Like, that's not even realistic, and it's like, this is bad. Like, the 7-mana 4/4 is bad enough, like, as far as a body compared to the rest. Like, it doesn't need to be, like...
Yeah, it doesn't need to be.
It won't, like...
Doesn't mean it won't be.
It does, though. I'm 100% confident, and I have to play a Stormcrack on 8.
You don't have to. You could choose to lose,
Give me
which
spell
I think is a
damage.
fair choice to make.
Sweet.
And we have a meaningless. Okay.
There's already a red 5/2 with no text. Like, I get that the
Yeah,
funny thing to do.
Common Brute is already around.
I get that the funny thing to do is be like, red's really awful and will always be, because I do that too, but, like, I don't think that's true for this. And, like, because, like, this, like, the red didn't get hosed in the Titans. Well, I should tell you that much.
Who did get hosed? What is the bad
Nobody.
Titan?
That's the trick. The cycle's all good. I hate this. Yep. Oh, God!
Or at least nothing changed. That was the only thing that could have popped up that would not have been horrifying.
Yep.
Was another 6-mana 4/4.
That was just hilarious.
Oh, look how many cards our opponent has.
Yeah, they played a Kabbalist Tome, and I didn't mention it. Like, that's where that effigy came from. Like, we're on fumes, and our opponent's at 28. We are on 100% fumes.
We're 100% crushed.
Yeah, and
Taunt.
I knew it. I knew it. That's why I didn't play that.
Blizzard.
1 damage. Twilight, Flamecaller.
Let me light your fire.
Because that's enough with these two. Oh, and a Fireball, by the way. Just FYI.
Okay. So our opponent, a Nerf Herder, has a perfect deck.
Whew. I like how
Best-
that game, I like how that game went from, like, yeah, we're winning to winning, Faceless Summoner, get the hell out! Like, whoa!
They also had Ethereal Conjurer, though, which is another card that has never been fair.
Well, at least we had a flat answer to it. You know?
An answer that involved us freezing ourselves, yes.
Oh, well, that was to the Water Elemental. Like,
Which our opponent also had.
yeah.
Also had.
Anyway. For how this was at 1 and 2, I'm happy to pull it back.
Yeah. Here's one thing I don't quite like about the actual, flat removing cards from Arena like that, is there's some cards where that feels inappropriate, but feels like something they could do. They could control just the flat rates at which cards appear.
That's what they're...
Like-
see, that's the thing. They actually talked about that's what they wanted to do, but basically, what it sounds like is people are way too rowdy about the arena right now, and if we don't do anything, we might lose money. Okay?
Okay, so that might be a future implementation. Because the kind of implementation would be like, okay, like we'll just pick Water Elemental. Water Elemental could appear in this pick. Like roll a d20. If you have a 2/3 chance of getting the Water Elemental be a pickable card. If you miss the one, if you rolled the 1 and 3, it's replaced by something else. Like
right.
that sort
and
of thing.
that does sound like what it is that it will be soon.
Yeah.
Like that basically they talked about a system that did exactly that, but it was something they were building, not something they could do immediately.
Yeah, and this is something they can just press the button immediately. Okay.
What is this? Because
What's what?
I was wondering what
Is
the...
it Sithlet Swarmer?
I was wondering
what the new card you opened was.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that makes sense why. There's no reason I would actually own 2 copies of that. Oh, I'm back up to 400 dust. Still not gonna craft this just for... I kind of wanna to build, like, that Murloc, the Menagerie Paladin deck. But
Here's an idea. Go into your searching bar and type in gold.
I have done that. My gold cards are...
Oh, you can't do it by that.
What's that button?
Show. Oh, yeah, it's that button. It's like look for a gold purple that you don't absolutely do not care about, and then
I
just turn it
mean...
into a. Oh. Well, that's a legend. That's a legend of legend.
Yeah,
Keep that in the pocket.
right. But, like, I do have... You can type golden, not gold. What kind of garbage is this? That's... Who designed this?
Well, Jens, right-click on the card to see it more. You could just delete 4 gold and blues. Because, like, you're never going to play a deck that plays gold and blessed champion, is what I'm saying here. Anyways.
Anyways.
Good night,
That's all. Good night, everybody.